We have the very first part of our home page finished up, so let's just keep on moving down the page and building out the application. The next section for us to build is the Promotional Products block. And in case you don't remember from the design file overview, we're going to go ahead and break down the design again along with the grid structure that we'll use to actually build it. So here's the section that I call our Promotional Products block. I imagine this is products that you specifically want to promote or show off to your users to get some more sales. On the left, we're going to have a carousel, and this is going to have a 3D effect that is going to switch between the three different products that you see. Whenever we click on one of the other products behind the main one, it's going to switch the name underneath the main product as it cycles around, as well as changing the description on the right to match the product that it's showing. So just like with almost all of our components, we're going to start this off with a grid container that's going to represent the entire block here. And we'll actually use this container to apply a background image, and that will be how we get that curved image in the background. So this first container will just represent everything here because we'll want our carousel to the left and our text on the right, so we'll use a grid container with the default direction of row. Since it's a direction of row, that means the main axis is going to be the horizontal direction, so we'll use the justify property to put space between the two items. Then to get them to move down vertically towards the center of that background image, we'll use the align items of center. So then on the left, we're going to go ahead and have a grid item that's going to wrap the carousel component that we'll actually get from a third-party library. So that will represent our left-hand side, and on the right-hand side, we'll simply have a grid item wrapping a typography and a button component to take care of our description and the Explore button. Then inside of our carousel, what we'll actually do is we'll pass in a grid container of a direction of column representing one of the individual slides. And then inside of that, we'll go ahead and have a grid item representing just the image, and then a grid item representing the text underneath it. And that will be how we ensure the top to bottom layout for that. This is going to be our most complex component so far, and we're really going to learn a lot of new things building this, so I'm really excited to get into it. Before we jump into building it out though, let's head on over to our Strapi admin dashboard and make a few changes there. So I'm here at localhost port 1337/admin, and I'm at the Strapi dashboard. And let's go ahead and go to our content types builder, and then let's go to our product content type. Now here we had already had a Boolean for whether or not the product is featured, which we'll be using in the next section. But let's actually go ahead and add another field here. Let's do another Boolean, and let's set this to promo. And if we go to advanced settings, we don't want to make it required because not all of them will be required, and we don't want it to be unique because we'll have more than one. So let's go ahead and we'll leave the default just as null, and let's finish that up, and then we can go ahead and save that. And now we can go through and pick 3 of our products to mark as promotional products. And this way, by adding it to the content type builder, we can programmatically pull in the promotional products that we want and easily allow us to switch them. So now we can go ahead and go over into our products, and we can pick 3 of our products here out of our collection that we want to mark as promotional products. I think it probably makes sense, since we have 3 different kinds of products, a hat, hoodie, and a shirt, we should just go ahead and pick one of each. And since we also have 3 designs, we could use one of the designs for each of our products. So I'll go ahead and do the code block hoodie, and I'll go ahead and click on that and then turn promo on. And then go ahead and hit save. And then let's do the I++ shirt, turn promo on, and save. And then we can go ahead and choose the light bulb hat and turn promo on. And let's go ahead and hit save. All right, so just like that, now we have 3 of our products marked as promotional products. Now, it would also be possible, if you wanted to, in your own projects, to go in and set up the promo boolean on the actual product variant if you want a specific variant to appear. It wouldn't really matter either way. We'll still just be using a query to pull out our featured products, and then the code for actually rendering them in our promotional products block will be the same. But in this case, I'm just going to use the product, and then we'll just pull the first variant off of that. So now let's go ahead and open up our code editor, and under our home folder inside of the components folder, let's go ahead and add a new file here, and we'll call this our promotional products.js. While we work on this, let's actually also go ahead and open up our terminal, and let's go ahead and in our front end folder, so make sure you stop the Gatsby server and get in your front end folder, and let's go ahead and npm install react-spring-3d-carousel. Okay, make sure you have the spelling correct there, and let's go ahead and let that install, and we'll go ahead and work on getting this first part set up. And that will just make sure that we have the dependency ready for the next video when we actually build this out. So here, let's go ahead and import React from React, import the grid component from @material-ui/core/grid. We'll import the typography component from material UI. And let's go ahead and import and destructure out the use static query from Gatsby. All right, and now let's export default, our function of promotional products, and open it up. And now we can add our return statement and open that up as well. All right, so we'll just go ahead, and before we take a break, let's just get our query set up to actually pull in the promotional products that we've selected. So for now, I'm just going to return a div here that says promo products, and we can go ahead and save this component. And now in our index.js under the hero block, let's go ahead and import our promotional products from up a directory, components, home, promotional products, and let's render that right underneath our hero block. All right, so now we'll end up having that appearing right underneath where it's supposed to be. So let's go ahead, and once this is finished installing, let's go ahead and npm run develop to get our Gatsby server up and running. All right, and once that is up and running, let's go ahead and head on over to our browser, and let's go to localhost port 8000 /__graphiql, graphical. And this will open up our graphical GraphQL interface so that we can build out our get promo products query. We can go ahead and remove the query that was already here. And now we can come over to all strappy product. So we want to grab all of our products, but we don't want to just grab all of our products. We only want the featured products. So let's come under all strappy product and select the filter, and we'll filter this for, we can come down and you see promo. So the field that we just added. So for the promo products, that equals and true. All right, so now this is going to grab all the strappy products that are true for the promo field that we had just created. Now we still need to go ahead and select the actual information from those products that we want to grab. And so that's going to be the edges.node, and then let's grab the name, the ID, or let's grab the strappy ID, the description, and then to get the image, we'll need to grab a variant. And so under variants, we can select the images and then URL. And that'll give us the URL to the image that will display in the carousel. So let's go ahead and run that query. And sure enough, we see the 3 products that we had marked as promo products. All right, so it looks like that query should be working. All right, so now that we've got this query set up and working, let's go ahead and copy this query and head back on over to the code editor. And here, let's actually go ahead, and we also need the GraphQL imported from Gatsby as well. And let me just check our layout.js, make sure, yep, looks like we'll put this above our actual function, or no, it is inside the function. So let's come into promotional products. And just like we had in layout.js, where we have our constant of data equals our use static query, we can now come above our return statement, create our constant of data equals use static query, and then GraphQL, and then backticks. Go ahead and open that up, and we can paste our query inside. And let's rename this from my query to get promo. All right, and now we can come underneath of this, and let's just console.log our data.edges. All right, so let's go ahead and save that, and that should trigger a rebuild for our Gatsby server. And if we go ahead and now open up to localhost 8000 in the browser, we see promo products is being rendered. And if we inspect the page, we can go to our console, and it looks like it's saying undefined. Let's go ahead, let's actually just console log the data, see the actual structure, and there we go. We see all strappy product. If we open that up, we can see the edges, and then an array containing the 3 different promo products that we have selected. So we've now marked our products as selected. We can pull those products into our front end. So let's go ahead and take a break, and in the next video, we'll build out our promo carousel.